My boss called me low class at a company event, so I bought the company. My boss Miranda stood at the company gala, wine glass in hand, loudly telling the board members that they shouldn't promote low-class people who don't understand our clientele, while pointing directly at me, not knowing I just inherited my grandmother's estate worth $40 million. Some people, she continued, looking at my off-the-rack dress, simply don't have the breeding for executive positions, and I smiled sweetly while texting my financial advisor, buy controlling interest in Pemberton Industries immediately. Did you hear me, Jessica? Miranda called out. I said you're not executive material. I heard you perfectly, just responding to an urgent message about an acquisition. I'd worked at Pemberton Industries for 8 years. Climbing from receptionist to regional manager, Miranda had blocked every promotion to executive level, always citing cultural fit issues. What she meant was, I grew up in a trailer park and didn't summer in the Hamptons. Acquisition? She laughed. What are you acquiring? A new used car. The board members chuckled uncomfortably. They knew I was good at my job, but went along with Miranda's classist gatekeeping. Actually, I'm acquiring majority shares in this company, I replied, showing my phone screen to the nearest board member. His face went pale. That's 42% of our shares, 47 by morning. My advisor is still buying. Miranda's wine glass slipped. That's impossible. You make $70,000 a year. I made $70,000 a year. My grandmother made $40 million selling the trashy truck stop chain you always mocked me for growing up around. Grandma had built an empire from one truck stop, turned it into a nationwide chain, and sold it last year. She died 2 weeks ago, leaving everything to me, her only grandchild who'd worked alongside her every summer growing up. This is a joke, Miranda insisted. The board member's phone rang, the CEO calling about emergency trading activity. Someone was buying every available share at premium prices. 51%, I announced, checking my phone. I now own controlling interest. The room went silent. The low-class girl they'd mocked for bringing homemade lunches instead of eating at expensive restaurants now owned their careers. You can't run a company, Miranda sputtered. You don't have the connections, the education. I have an MBA from night school, which you called cute. When I graduated, I have connections to every major trucking and logistics company from grandma's business. And I have something you never had, respect for every employee regardless of their background. The board tried damage control. Jessica, let's discuss this rationally. Like when I rationally presented the expansion plan that would have doubled our profits, the one Miranda killed because it focused on low-class rural markets. I pulled up my phone again, showing the projected earnings from that rejected plan, $20 million in lost revenue because Miranda thought strip malls were beneath us. You're going to destroy this company out of spite, Miranda accused. No, I'm going to run it profitably. First change, you're fired. You can't. I own 53% now. Yes, I can. Security arrived. I hadn't called them. The board had already adapted to the new reality. This is wrongful termination, Miranda shouted. This is at-will employment. Your favorite policy, remember? The one you used to fire Janet for having an accent, or Roberto for wearing the wrong brand of shoes? The room started murmuring. Every employee Miranda had dismissed for not being our kind of people suddenly made sense, but the best part was yet to come. I promoted every qualified person Miranda had held back. The janitor's son with an engineering degree became a project manager. The secretary with innovative ideas became head of development. The two ethnic saleswomen became VP of sales. Within 6 months, profits increased 30%. Turns out diversity of background brings diversity of ideas. Miranda applied for a job at our competitor. They called for a reference. I told them the truth. She judges ability by zip code rather than merit. She didn't get the job. Or the next one. Word spreads when you're publicly fired for classism by someone you called low class. She works at a small firm now, making what I used to make. I saw her at a coffee shop last month, buying the cheapest option. That's a low-class choice of coffee, I said, walking past with my own basic black coffee. She didn't respond. Couldn't afford to offend anyone anymore.